Hello everyone. So I am going to be doing my top 2023 books. I was going to do 10 and then there's too many. I think it was 24 5-star reads. So I knocked off the ones that were rereads because had to cut them off somewhere. And then I ended up doing the top 15. And these are not going to be ranked in any order. And I'm going to go through them kind of quick because I have to pick up my kid in 20 minutes. So we'll see if I can do it. But they're not ranked. That's kind of the order that I read them backwards throughout the year, just because I was going through Goodreads, but whatever. So the first one I don't have. Some of these I have physical copies of. Some of them were ebooks that I read, and then some of them I borrowed to friends or I can't find. But one of them was Saving Viraco by Victoria Aveline. This one was kind of a wild card. I wasn't expecting it. It's a sci-fi romance about aliens. Yeah. I didn't see myself going for an alien romance, but it was good. It's actually the third or the fourth in the series. The Clickanian series, maybe? Is that how you pronounce it? But it isn't too alien-y. It's pretty much the women are brought to this planet that has alien men that are just more attractive and more muscular and more feminist, I guess, than men on our planet. So they're pretty much just normal, just made them more attractive. So that one was good. I liked this one most because I liked the main characters, the main female character, main male character the most. I liked the relationship. So that one was one of my favorites of that. Of Blood and Fire by Ryan Cahill. I believe is a self-pub indie book series. I don't think I ordered them from Broken Binding. No, I didn't because I missed out. But they are on Kindle Unlimited and they're really good. It's like Sanderson level world building. Very interesting. Highly recommend if you are into epic fantasy. He did a great job with it. I haven't read the second book yet because I just finished it recently. And I have so many things that I'm trying to get through right now. But I like it a lot. Read it. House of Hunger. I actually have that one. House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. This one reminded me of, and everybody else says it too, but of, oh geez, what is the other one called? I don't even know. It's a Dracula retelling. Now I'm blanking on it, sorry. But it's kind of like a twist on vampires. And it involves sapphic romance, if that's a buzzword for you. But it's pretty much this girl who gets sold into indenturehood to be a blood maiden in this world. The aristocracy drinks blood to keep them healthy and young. And normally it's like the lords who get the young women, but in this household it's a female who's the lady of the house. And so it's a very dark story. There's a lot of competition between the blood maidens, and yeah, it was very interesting and dark, and I read it during fall time, so it was ambiance-y. That one was good. Next is Homegoing, which I know I own it. I just can't find it anywhere, but that was so good. It follows, I think it's 200 years or something of two different family lines. They start off at the same, and then it follows their family lines. One stays in Africa and one comes to America, and it just follows their storylines and how these two sisters end up in very different lives, but face kind of similar obstacles, and yet are so opposite at the same time. That one was so good. I listened to it, and I recommend listening to it. I didn't read it, so I don't know that it would be a bad experience, but I loved the audiobook. Next is The Golden Enclaves by Naomi Novik. That's the third book in the series, the Scholomance series. And I think that was the best one by far, but it is a dark academia, kind of coming of age. I mean, they're in high school, but I don't mind YA, and it's not too YA-ish. The main character is very dramatic, to say the least. but it's everything you want in a, dark academia, magical school situation. And it just keeps growing and getting bigger, and I liked it a lot. I read that one ebook, but I started it last year, I think, and I had to wait for the last book to come out, or at least for it to be available at my library or whatever. So I like that one. I read that during the fall as well for, dark academia vibes. Adventures of Amina El-Sarafi. This is a new favorite of mine. I loved it a lot. She also wrote the City of Brass series, which I haven't finished yet, or the first two. I think I have the third one, I just haven't got to it. But this series is set, I think, 1,000 years before that one. And I actually like this one more. This one focuses on a older woman. I mean, not old, but older. She's like 45 or something like that. And it's after she's retired from being a pirate, and she was the leader, the captain of a ship, and she was just a badass woman who, like, didn't take no as an answer and did what she did. She's a Muslim woman who wouldn't have sex without marriage, and so she married like 3 or 4 different men just because that's what she could do. And it follows her story as she gets her group of friends back together to save the daughter of one of her old shipmates. I'm not normally one for the get the ragtag crew back together. Like, I'm not one of those type of people. They're normally like kind of goofy and have humor in it, and I'm not a humor person, but that one I enjoyed a lot. After that is A Little Life. Super sad, super long. It's a chunker. I put it off for years because, like, when you know something's super sad, you need to be in the right mentality for it. But I read it. I went on a little vacation by myself for 5 days, so I had lots of free time just sitting in the room by myself. It was great. I also did some traveling too, but I had lots of time to read. And so I read that one. It follows 4 roommates, 4 men who have some of them had very hard lives. They all have slightly hard lives. Everybody has issues. But the main character that it really follows had a really rough life, and it just, it follows their friendship. It's like found family. Super depressing. You will cry, but I recommend it still, as does everybody else. It won the National Book Award, or it was a finalist, sorry, but it's good. Everybody loves it, unless you can't get through big books, but everybody who finishes it loves it, even though it's sad. Next, Last Tale of the Flower Bride. Another totally different type of story. This one is kind of whimsical, like dark fairy tale vibes. There's magical realism. It's probably what I would more call it, but it has to do, like, it's in our world. Like, they're just people, but they believe, a couple of the main characters believe in magic. Like, they believe there's fairies, and they put their blood out for the fairies, and they have wishing rocks and I don't know, stuff like that. But it is kind of like a mystery, and you kind of are like, what is going on here? Like, a girl disappeared. What's going on? The main character and this woman have a flawed relationship from the beginning. You're like, wow, there's something off here. It was cool. I liked it. Didn't see it coming. Good read. Next, Age of Swords. This is one of the Age of Empire books by Michael J. Sullivan. I am on number 3 or 4. Another one that I have them all over there. I haven't got to them all, but this one was number 2. I believe, yeah, book 2 of the Legends of the First Empire. That's what it's called. Legends of the First Empire. And it follows, like, at least the first book, whatever, now you're going forward, but it follows there's like 3 main groups of people. There's like humans, there's like dwarves and elves, maybe? I don't remember what exactly they are, but the humans, don't have power, and then these guys do, and so they're kind of ruling the world, and then one of the humans kills them, one of the elves. Is that what they are? I can't remember what they are now. It's terrible. but they kill one of them, and then everything is going to pieces because everybody's going to battle, and I believe the whole series follows a long progression of time. Like, I think it follows like over 100 years or over 1,000 years or something like that, and it's kind of cool because each book he wrote it so that it followed like a different renaissance. So the first one, it was all like just like basic tools, and then the second book is Age of Swords, and then War, Legend, Death, and Empire. So they all like progress technology wise each book, I believe. Can't promise that, but I believe. Next one is Babel by R.F. Kuang. That one I borrowed to a friend. That one is another dark academia type book. The main premise is that it takes part in our world, but a slight twist on it. There's like magic in our world, pretty much. And so silver can be imbued with magic. So you need linguists from a foreign third world country, mostly. And you have to know the two languages like by the back of your hand. So normally it's English and a third world country, and the whole premise is that Great Britain is taking all of these impoverished children from their countries, their homes, and bringing them to England and raising them with all this privilege. And then they pretty much kind of like force them, or they think that they're better off, and so they go to this school and they are using these linguistic patterns kind of, and you inscribe them onto a piece of silver and then it creates magic. And so they are using this magic to then colonize and keep the third world countries in the third world, and so it's kind of a commentary on colonialism. But it was really good. It was dark academia with some political intrigue in there, some commentary and social commentary, but it was really good. I liked it. The end was just like, is that really happening? Yeah, one of those, but it was good. Next is Fourth Wing, which my friend is also reading, another one. Everybody's heard about Fourth Wing. It's great. I realize not everybody loves it, but I think it's great, and you should give it a try if you're at all interested. It's somewhat YA feeling, but it's definitely an adult book. Like, there's like cursing and sex, but it's a magical school type story. Like, this girl goes to the magical school. I think they're like adults. I think she's like 18 or something, so like it's not like middle school, but she's going to be a dragon rider, hopefully, if she gets through the school. And a lot of people die at the school. She was raised to be a scribe by her father. Her mom is the general of the army. Her father was a scribe, and she was supposed to be a scribe, but her father died, and her mom said, no, you're going into the military, or to the dragon riders area. So she does, and it follows the storyline, and there's angst and drama and betrayal and good stuff. Next is Purple Prince, another indie publish. I'm hoping he writes the next book again, because I've been waiting. I think it's been like 2 years. Oh no, I read it this year. It's been 1 year. It's been 1 year, wow. But it is following, I think, 4 main characters. 2, 3, 4, 5 main characters. And this is just a complete high fantasy world. They're all like humanoid, but like some have horns, some of them look different. It follows an assassin, a priestess, the prince, an heir to a lord, or a lordship. She's a girl. And then the purple prince, who has magical powers. So it's kind of young adultish, but it's high fantasy. It was really good. And then, is this last? No, oh my god, I got a lot left. I gotta talk faster. Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, a gender-bent retelling of Prince Arthur. I listened to it on like the audio version of it, and it was really good. I loved all of them, but Legendborn was the first one. I think I gave 5 stars to 1 and 2 actually, but Legend Born is the first one, and I liked it a lot. Fast Like a Girl by Mindy Pelz. That one is, it's like crazy, the things that you'll learn, but if you're a woman, you need to read it. It's about eating and fasting and exercising and everything on your cycle, and how your cycle can affect so much part of your body that you didn't even realize. If you do the right things at the right times, then your body will function better. Cool stuff. And then finally, The Personal Librarian by Marie Benedict and Victoria Christopher Murray. This one is about a really cool woman who ran the JP Morgan Library. She was white passing, so she's black, but she had really light skin, as with the rest of her family, and so her mother left with the kids, and her father stayed black, and the mother went to New York and decided to be white passing. So there was a lot of stress about making sure that nobody found out their secret, and she had even more stress because she had a very prominent figure in society. She ran the JP Morgan Library. She was the only female running any archives, like art archives or library archives, and she did some cool things. So yeah, I recommend once again. So yeah, those are the top 15 books that I read in 2023, and I will do another video with I think 10 disappointing or worst ones. That's the sad one, but these were great. Read them all. Woohoo! Bye.